everyone, my name is Alpha. Welcome to plummysims and welcome to another speed build. I hope you're all doing well and having such a beautiful day. So today we are building in Oasis Springs, and this time we're doing a family home. So a few days ago or a week ago, I would say, I've mentioned that I was being very uncreative on that day or on that period of time, and one of my friends on Instagram DM me that I should do this kind of a shell challenge. It's like, I would say, tournament, but you're doing shell challenges. So it's like MasterChef, where you have 12 contestants and you will be eliminated one by one per week, and the only thing you have to do is building. So this is the first round and the first season, and the host of this unique challenge is Shell the Challenge. That's the Instagram ID. I will link everything on the description box below in case you want to participate on, I don't know, next season maybe. But there are 12 contestants including me, and I didn't expect that I would be doing another family home because it took me forever to build family home. The rules on this round or this first round is you are not allowed to change the anything given, like the foundation height and the, of course, the shell itself and those kind of stuff, and you're not allowed to add any additional foundation. And I had to deal with those terms. And you can use packs, but the only packs you're able to use are Parenthood, Kids Room, and Toddler Stuff Pack. So I would rather build 100% with base game only than building with some packs, but you're not allowed to use any expansion packs. So it was really hard for me, and I kid you not, it took me forever to finish this build. In fact, this is my third attempt on this challenge, or this is the first round. And I thought when I first download the shell, it was like, it's easy, I could do this, I could do that, and man, it's not easy. And the next day, it's actually on, I don't know, Friday, I think, last Friday, or even Saturday, maybe last Friday, I revisited the lot that has this shell, and I had some idea to do this and do that, but I decided to work on it the next day, which was last Saturday. And at first I decided to build a like more suburban house, but this has this wonky shape or roof shape, I would say, where you have this weird like big space on the upstairs, and it doesn't look right with any ideas that I've had. So the first one was suburban house, and I decided to build a more like brighter family suburban house like usual, but it didn't go well and I scraped that off. And the second time was the more like Greece villa, which I was so pumped about when the time I decided to build that, but it didn't look right. And I decided to move the shell or download the shell on this lot, and I tried to build a more like Spanish villa, just like we have already on Oasis Springs, but still it didn't look right. And I decided to scrape everything off again and do a more mid-century modern house-ish, I would say. It's not like straight up mid-century modern, but it's inspired by mid-century modern, and I just really like this house. Yes, at first it has green, I don't know, green walls, green wallpaper, but at the end I changed that into like more stone wallpaper, which I really into, and I really had some fun building this, even though this took me like almost or 6 hours ish to finish. This is not a like mansion or whatsoever, but I was being very indecisive with how the exterior looks like, and it took me forever to have this kind of like visual with how I wanted this to look like. And I really like this build. Even the exterior is base game only, so I would say that building with base game only is easier, I would say, than building with some packs, but you're only allowed to use the like some stuff packs or a game pack. It would be very hard for me, especially with the packs that don't have like any wallpaper or flooring or windows, it would be really hard, but I think I did it pretty good on this build, and at the end I really like this build. Even though this build only has like, I would say 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, but this looked family friendly enough for me, so I clearly cut some parts off where I like messing up with the floor plan and the landscaping a little bit because it's kind of boring. And the hardest part on this build was figuring out the like exterior and the floor plan, because we have this kind of like a flat area on the back of the house, and it just looked very wonky, I would say, and I didn't like that at all. But I put a porch, like not a porch actually, it's a balcony, but it's allowed. So it has a little bit more like shape to it and more structure to it. So it's not like a regular flat box, which I don't really like. I really want to have some, I don't like depth and some shape, I would say. So it's easier to like figuring out the whole exterior. So that is the exterior part of this house, and we're moving forward to the interior. So the floor plan is a bit weird. We have this kind of long area on the dining area, but I think it looks pretty well, and I love this kitchen so much. It's one of my most favorite kitchen, I would say. It's not very cluttered, which is very rare for me to have a non-cluttered area on my build. But since this is supposed to look like a more modern build, which is a little more lean towards minimalistic, so I think it's alright. And we have this kind of like a open area between the kitchen and the living room, but it's not like totally open. You have this half walls, so it's separate between those two rooms, and we have the island on this kitchen, and it's massive for me because I love building smaller builds, especially tiny home, but since it's a given shell and I have no choice, so I decided to go with a more like spacey area, more not so cramped area, I would say. And I think part of me felt like it was too empty, but on the other hand, I feel like it's fine. It's modern home, so it doesn't need to be very cluttered like any other home that I've built. So yeah, that's that. And oh my god, I'm so very tired to do this voiceover right now because it took me forever to edit this video, because the footage is like 6 hours long, and after being sped up it was like 30 minutes something, which is very ridiculous for me, and I don't want to post a speed build that is 30 minutes long. It's just so ridiculous, so I had to like cut several parts off, and it took me forever to edit it. I'm so tired right now, but I'm so happy. And anyway, we have so many like fake rolling doors. We don't have that in the game, but I think we could fake it with using like diagonal walls, and I just really like that. I think it looks pretty cute, so it has kind of like a semi-open vibe to it, which I do enjoy pretty much on this build. I will not do something like that on any of my builds because I don't know, like rolling or shuttered doors, I would say. I think it's more, I don't know, like modern, so it's not quite right for any traditional home, but I'm not an interior designer whatsoever. I just love decorating in The Sims, so yeah. And this living space. The living space is humongous. I kid you not. I wish it's allowed to use get together, because I really wanted to put the fireplace that came with get together, the one that has like concrete texture on it. It's so beautiful. I really love that fireplace so much. I think it's one of my most favorite fireplaces ever in the game, besides the eco lifestyle one and the snowy escape one. I just really love that, but we're not able to use get together, so yeah, we have to deal with parenthood fireplace. And on the ground floor we have 1 bedroom and 2 bathroom, 1.5 bathrooms, I would say. So one full bathroom is like an ensuite bathroom with the like the first bedroom, and the other half bathroom supposed to be like a more public bathroom, but it looks good. All of the bathrooms look the same to me, so I didn't have that many ideas to do with the bathroom. I just want this to look nice at least, because we have so little packs to use. And I'm so glad we have the kind of free birthday stuff pack. I would say stuff pack, even though it's not a stuff pack, but it helps me a lot because it has this more like, I don't know, modern vibe to it, which is perfect for this build. And for this bedroom, I didn't really imagine how or who stays here, because it doesn't have this very specific style, but it looks very, I would say, basic. So it could be a guest bedroom. But anyway, I have to tell you that when I was playtesting everything, I had this crazy issue where my Sims cannot go upstairs, and it's very frustrating. I tried to like delete every single objects nearby, and I tried to delete the fences, even the walls, even I replaced the stairs with the other staircase, and I tried to like load this lot on different neighborhoods or on different worlds, but it was still happening. And I made this Instagram story where I asked for help, I would say. So all of the response that I got was, it's always like that since, I don't know, many months ago. And they suggest me to like redraw everything, like redraw the walls and the fences and those kind of stuffs. And I figured something out where I tried to make a void area, like an open space between the downstairs and the upstairs. And when I deleted that like floor on that like fences area, it makes my sim can't go upstairs, which is very odd. I have no idea why it happens like that, because it's been quite some time since we got that issue. And even on my modern farmhouse home, if I'm not mistaken, one of the comments that I got on my gallery post on that build is, my Sims can't go upstairs. Why? I have no idea, because when I playtest it, it's just fine, and somehow when I upload everything on the gallery, something's missing, and maybe something's just like, I don't know, replaced by other object, which is very frustrating, I would say. But if you download this build and you notice that there's any difference between this speed build and on the like, I don't know, the actual build, even on the like screenshots, that is that. So I really had to make sure everything works just properly, because one of the rules that we got is this has to be functional, and it's very frustrating when it happens like that, because I had this idea where it should be void, like an open space to the downstairs, and it looks really good, I would say. But since I had to accept the fact that it's not possible to have void area, yeah, we have to change that a little bit, but at least it's functional. So yeah, and this is the office area. So you have like 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, but you have an office space. But if you decided to like move this office area or the working desk area on the like second living space on the upstairs, you could, and you change that office into a spare bedroom, even though you have one already downstairs. It's all up to you. And I told you earlier that this is supposed to be a mid-century modern home, but the only part on this house that doesn't look mid-century modern at all is the kids room. And this is the kids room. This is the only kids room on this build, but you have 2 other bedrooms, so I think it's fine. And I tried to decorate this room based on my experience when I was a kid, and I just don't want to have this like weird I don't know, like style on my room, but I wanted to decorate it by my own preference, by my own ideas of how the room should look like back then. So this is the only part of this build that doesn't look mid-century modern at all, but I hope it's acceptable, because I've never seen any kids bedroom with like more mid-century modern style. I don't know, it's just me, but I think this looks very cluttery, which I really do enjoy. And since on the other rooms we don't have that many clutters, on that kid's bedroom we have quite enough clutters, even though it's not as many as I usually do, but it looks cute already. So yeah, and we have this kind of like a balcony or like upper deck area, which I really do enjoy. I love that part so much. I love that area so much. I think it's one of my most favorite one ever. And we have a pool, even though it's very small, but at least we have a pool. And I really wanted to have a pool floaty here, but we don't have that luxury in base game, and it's an exclusive item for the Suwani, the island living. So yeah, let's just leave that bare. And yeah, I think that is it. So we just have to finishing up the landscaping a little bit, and we have to be moving on the screenshots. So if you want to download this build, this has been up on the Sims 4 gallery. You could find it under my EAID, which is elfathiera, or under the hashtag plummysims. You could also click the link in the description box below that will bring you to the website gallery, as well as the other link to grab the tray files from Sim File Share. So I really hope you did enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Also, make sure to be subscribed to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to ring the bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video. And please vote for my entry on the Instagram post. I will link everything in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me today and supporting my channel. Enjoy the rest of the screenshots, and I'll see you next video. Bye!